Hello and a very warm welcome. F1 2017 Season Awards. Here we go. I did this last year and I'm doing it again. As you can see, I've got my shirt on. Got to dress up for these awards, they're important, but it's just my opinion. I'm going to go through a few awards. You leave your comments what you think, see if you agree, see if you're not. Just my preferable opinion. And let's go. It's been a great season. We crowned Lewis Hamilton the champion. Let's get on to the first award. And what do we start with? Well, I've got written down here best overtake. Now I've got a couple of written down and then I'll say what is the best overtake. Vettel on Ricciardo, China. Ricciardo after the safety car restart at Baku, where he passed 3 cars and that was literally the moment he won that race. And Ricciardo on Kimi, the late dive bomb. And this is, I've got him ticked, so this award, Best Overtaker 2017, Sebastian Vettel on Ricciardo at China. He went down the inside, they come out the exit, they bang wheels, great piece of racing by the 4-time champion of the world. So Best Overtake, Sebastian Vettel on Daniel Ricciardo. Best Drive. Now this is another one. It could be Lance Stroll at Baku. It could be Daniel Ricciardo at Baku. It could be Max at Max at Mexico. Hamilton has surely got to be in there. He's won the championship. But this could surprise some. Carlos Sainz at Singapore is another one. I'm going to give this Best Drive, P6, Singapore, Jolyon Palmer. And before you jump on me, Best Drive. Because all that weekend he was questioned about his future. What's happening with your future? What's happening with your future? Why are you not scoring points? And then we have a wet night race at Singapore and he delivers. He finally gets his first points of the season. And it was great. Like, all weekend, questions about his future, and then he goes and delivers his best drive of the season. I know he got dropped, but I mean, let's go for a different one. Why not? Jolyon Palmer, Best Drive, P6 Singapore. Why not? It was a phenomenal drive, especially when he passed Valtteri Bottas on the restart. And by the way, this collar's quite tight, so I'm going to undo the top button. Finally, I can breathe. Right, most embarrassing moment of the season. I keep looking down there because I've got my notes. You don't want me to sit here like this. So that's why I keep looking down there. Most embarrassing moment of the season. Now there's 2 for this. It's Robert Kubica in the test pulling the garage down, which is one of the biggest fuck-ups in motorsport. Or it's Valtteri Bottas spinning under the safety car at China. And yes, you guessed it, Valtteri Bottas wins this award. Most embarrassing moment of the season, Valtteri Bottas spinning under the safety car. This is a guy who drives for Mercedes and he's spun under the safety car. Unbelievable. That is the most embarrassing moment. Go through these awards, stop the video and leave your comments. Let's see your opinion compared to mine. Right. Most savage moment of the season. This happened in Italy. If you remember Italy, it was frustrating. Stop start because it was raining. And the most savage moment was when they interviewed Helmut Marko. And Helmut Marko comes up with, we're just delaying. And why? Because Grosjean falls off. And why should we stop a practice session? Because we all know Grosjean falls off quite often. And that is the most savage moment. I was going to play it in the background, but I don't think I can. You know, copyright and that, you know. So, most savage moment, Helmut Marko on Romain Grosjean. Most emotional moment of the season, and I'm not going to even do this up, Brazil, after the race, Felipe Massa's retiring, his son comes on the radio, Daddy, I'm so proud, and your dad was amazing. That is the most emotional moment of the season. He won it last year, Felipe Massa, when he got a Guard of Honour, and he wins it this year. Well, Filipinho wins it for coming on the radio after the race. Right, on to my favourite award of this video, the Maldonado Awards. And you're probably thinking, Maldonado's not even in the sport, what are you on about? Maldonado Award is basically the Crash Award, and it goes to Jolyon Palmer. Has to be. Dropped midway through the season. I gave him the Best Drive Award, but crashes such as Australia, Hungary, Baku, Singapore, and he got dropped mid-season. So the Maldonado Award, I mean, it could have quite easily gone to Sebastian Vettel. Lot of crashes this season. Palmer, Kvyat, Ericsson, but I'm going to give it Jolyon Palmer. The Maldonado Award, such a brilliant, the Crash Award basically. Right, on to Best Start. We probably should have done Best Start right at the start, but why not do it 5 minutes in? Best Start has to be Max at China. Also, Valtteri Bottas, immense reaction at Austria. Like, people thought he jumped the start, but he didn't. But the best start goes to Max. He went from P16 to P8 at China. If you remember, we started on intermediates. Carlos Sainz was the only one on dries. Max went from 16th to 8th in one lap. And that is the best start of the season. Right, on we go. Best driver. And this is not me being biased. It has to be Lewis Hamilton. The world champion, wrapped it up at Mexico. All-time pole holder. And he's second on all-time wins. He's only about 30 off Schumacher now. He's been breaking records this season. A dominant season. He has to get the Best Driver award. He's the world champion. I mean, he matched Ayrton Senna's pole record and then beat the pole record. And he's a 4-time champion. The most successful British driver we've ever produced. So, Best Driver, 100% Lewis Hamilton. The worst driver. 20 drivers on the grid and there's only one driver that stands out. Marcus Ericsson wins the worst driver award. He's the only full-time driver not to have scored any points this season. Yes, Gasly and Hartley haven't scored points, but they've only had a couple of races. So, worst driver, Marcus Ericsson. What can I say about him? He's not good enough to be on the grid. Simple as that. On we go, the Bad Boy Award of the season. Naughty Boy Award, or Bad Boy, whatever you want to call it. It's got to be Kevin Magnussen. We all remember Hungary. Hulkenberg trying to go around the outside. Magnussen shoved him off. Then we went into the driver's pen. Hulkenberg goes up to him. Congratulations, most sporting driver of the grid again. And Kevin Magnussen, sack my balls, mate. And then he's also upset Fernando Alonso. He's upset Sergio Perez. Blocked Sergio Perez in qualifying, was it, at USA? Yeah, Kevin Magnussen, the bad boy of 2017. Best race. And this is easy. It's Baku. Right, this could be a long one. From crashes, to red flags, to Sebastian Vettel road raging, to Hamilton's headrest coming undone. Overtakes. Ricciardo overtaking 3 cars on the restart. Safety cars. Stroll podium. And literally anyone could have won that race. Max could have won it if he didn't have the problem. Ricciardo, Stroll, Massa, Hamilton, Vettel. Anyone could have won that race. We had Raikkonen raging on the radio. Steering wheel! Where's my fucking steering wheel? It was race of the season. Has to be Baku. 100%. Like, anyone could have won that race. Even Perez and Ocon maybe could have got in there if they didn't crash into each other. And I've just noticed my eyes look... I didn't get a very good night's sleep last night, so that's probably why my eyes are like that. Anyway, on to the worst race of the season. Russia, 100%. I believe at Russia, Valtteri Bottas won the race, had huge pressure from Vettel, but that is the worst race of the season because no overtakes, I believe, in that race, which is absolute scandalous. I think on my race reaction, I did actually call it worst F1 race in years or something. So yeah, worst race, Russia. We've still got quite a few awards to go yet. Right, I better speed it up a bit. Right, the Ronnie Pickering Road Rage Award goes to Sebastian Vettel. He fought behind the safety car, he fought Hamilton, brake checked him, pulled alongside him, smashed into Hamilton. unbelievable to see that on an F1 track from a 4-time world champion. For me, he should have been punished more. But yeah, that's pretty simple. We don't need to go into that. The Road Rage Award, Sebastian Vettel. Right, save of the year. We all remember last year, Max, how he saved that in Brazil in wet conditions in 2016 is unbelievable. He wins it again in 2017. We on about Bottas earlier behind the safety car, spinning under the safety car. Max nearly did the same. I think the leader was ready to go. Max was like on the corner before the long straight, put the power down to get going, and he nearly binned it. And yeah, that was save of the season. He was full lock, and what a remarkable talent the Dutchman is. Right, on to Rookie of the Year. Lance Stroll, 100%. I don't class Esteban Ocon as a rookie, so he had a season with Manor, so I don't class Ocon as a rookie. Lance Stroll wins this. Superb qualifying at Italy, absolutely shined in wet conditions, and a podium at Baku. So yeah, Rookie of the Year, Lance Stroll. Biggest crash. Now I've got Verline Monaco, if you remember, battling over last place. Button went down the inside just before the tunnel. Forget what the corner's called off the top of my head. Portier, is it? Anyway, Verline tipped upside down, but this is pretty simple. Biggest crash of the season is Sebastian Vettel at Singapore. Because why is it the biggest crash? Because it took 4 cars out. It took Max out, it took Alonso out, Kimi and Vettel. And that's basically where Vettel lost the championship. So biggest crash, Vettel, Singapore. Best radio of the season. Now I think last year it was He Wants to Play Ping Pong. Honestly. But this year it is Max. Max and Sebastian Vettel at Silverstone. They were battling into Stowe, Club, Vale, and yeah, it was great. And then Vettel goes down the inside into Stowe, pushes Max off a bit, and then Max pushes Vettel off at the next corner. And Max came on the radio. He wants to play bumper cars or something. That is the best radio of the season. I've got an itchy nose. Yeah, so best radio, Max. I could have quite easily give it to Kimi at Baku when he was raging about his steering wheel. Right, we get on to the Kimi Räikkönen Award. How can I not do an award about Kimi Räikkönen? From his famous radio rants to pushing cameramen on their arse to saying I'm having a shit live on TV. I was having a shit even. The Kimi Räikkönen Award. This goes in Spain. He crashed with Max, and in the camera went to a young fan who was burst out crying. And after a couple of laps had gone, you saw the camera went to the Ferrari garage, and it saw Kimi Räikkönen with the young fan, and Kimi Räikkönen gave the young fan a cap and signed it. That was a remarkable bit of respect by Kimi Räikkönen. Hugely frustrating that he wasn't in the race, but that young fan, he was absolutely gutted that his favourite driver had crashed out. And then Kimi Räikkönen goes and does a pretty touching moment. Gives him the cap, signs it. It was round of applause for Kimi Räikkönen. Right, this next award, Most Improved Driver. This is my personal opinion. Most improved out of the 20 drivers on the grid. And I'm going to give it to Esteban Ocon. I love him. He is like a little Daniel Ricciardo. Always got a smile on his face. He's a good hard racer. Yes, Sergio Perez beat him overall in the season. But Esteban Ocon, honestly, if Bottas doesn't improve next season, like in 2018, if Bottas doesn't improve, I'd put Ocon in the Mercedes for 2019. He is a breath of fresh air. The future is bright. We've got Max, we've got Sainz, we've got Ocon, we've got Charles Leclerc coming through. So the future is bright in F1. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the 2017... We'll do that again. Why did my voice go robot? That, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the 2017 F1 Awards. You'll probably have to stop the video and do every single one if you type it in the comments. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start pinning comments at random. Like, you leave a comment, you could get it pinned on the video. I'm going to start doing that. And yeah, I'll always reply, so get your comments flying in. I mean, I don't know how many awards we went through. I could count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 maybe. I just counted them quick. So you would have to stop the video and write them all in. Could you be bothered to type out 19 awards? You only have to put the driver and what track, but yeah, I love doing these videos. This is probably my longest video of the season, but immense support on qualifying reactions, race reactions. I think the best one was, I didn't do a Baku reaction, race reaction. I should have done, but I would have literally been sat here an hour going through that race. I think I was away that weekend, so I didn't have like any internet. But yeah, that concludes the awards. Immense support all year. I mean, I'm no biggie, but even one like, 5 likes, 2 comments, it just makes it worthwhile, because at least someone's watching the videos. And I just do this because I'm a passionate F1 fan. But yeah, season's over. It's a sad day. We've got testing coming up. Are we going to be announcing Robert Kubica to Williams? Are we going to be having a rant video on Marcus Ericsson keeping his drive, even though he scored no points in the last 2 years? So yeah, coming up to 17 minutes, I'm going to wrap it up here. Like, subscribe, comment, we'll always reply. Let me know your awards down below. And yeah, what a season. What a season. It's a sad 3-month long wait now till we're lights out in Australia. Thanks for watching. Adios. And I need to find the stop button on my laptop. Doing this on the laptop today, so